Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and this is a movie review on Lucy. I went to see this movie a couple nights ago with a friend, and I gotta say, in a way, it was pretty similar to the movie Limitless, but taking it to a scale of 1,000. They share similar plots, similar themes, and overall, I would say it's a pretty impressive movie. So let's take a closer look. Where for the summary of the movie, well, this is kind of one of those instances where seeing the movie will be easier to explain than actually talking about it. But I guess the gist I can really give. Well, this movie stars Lucy, who's just an average American woman living in Taiwan who loves partying, and her boyfriend gets her involved into becoming a drug mule for the Korean gangsters, and they planted in her along with other people a kind of a mental drug, CPH4 or some kind of synthetic drug, and it's supposed to heighten the mental state of the user, and fast forward from that, there is a moment where she is in captivity and she gets beaten by the by the people, and then the bag inside her stomach starts leaking, and all the drug is starting to uh, enter in her systems. And at that moment, she starts developing these new superhuman powers, and pretty much throughout this entire movie, it's just her really trying to get revenge of the people who captured her and forced her to take part in the situation, and at the same time, she's trying to find out what's happening to her, and at the same time, enlisting help from a professor, and Professor Norman, I think, since he's done pretty much a lot of research on this, on this subject of heightened mental capabilities, and pretty much it's just the same plot leading into I guess the final climax where they did retrieve all the drug pouches from the other people, and Lucy, along with the help of a local policeman, Del Rio, they meet up with Professor Norman and his other associates to discuss Lucy, and at the same time, the Korean gangsters managed to catch up to them, and they're gonna create a huge. And then there was like a huge firefight happening at the same time as Lucy takes in the rest of the drug and kind of accumulates all this information, and it kind of gets this weird psychedelic trip near the end. But at the moment when the leader of this Korean gang finds Lucy and he has her at gunpoint, uh, like at that moment, Lucy kind of accumulates all this information and she becomes nothing. Like she just disappears. And luckily, Del Rio manages to kill the leader. And pretty much what comes of Lucy is she is now everything, or something like I am everywhere. I guess she's like everything around the entire universe or whatnot. And yeah, then we see in the end that she did pass down a USB drive of her knowledge of everything that she knows, and she passed it down to Professor Norman. Hopefully, they can use that to create a better understanding of what life and what the universe is. Well, for the pros, there are a couple of them that strike me. One being for the tone of the movie. This movie, most points, seems like just a typical action with a slight fear into it, but I do appreciate the moments where it kind of becomes a little bit humorous at times, especially when Lucy develops her powers. Not only that lightens the mood, but it kind of makes Lucy seem a little bit invincible, like nothing can really stop her. And the second pro is going to be the supernatural elements themselves in this movie. And I gotta say, they're really unique. When this movie starts, it's just a typical movie, nothing out of the ordinary, but after Lucy develops her skills, her powers, even before reaching 100%, she has a lot of amazing mental powers under disposal. And it's just pretty unique to see all the different kinds of moves she can pull off. Well, for cons, there's only one, and it's gonna have to be the plot. And while yeah, the plot is important to a movie, um, here the plot's pretty lackluster, pretty cliche. I mean, even comparing it to Limitless, I say Limitless had a little bit of a better plot. Um, but here though, Lucy, uh, I mean, it was just a typical plot, like, pretty short. Didn't really seem to hold an impact on me whatsoever. But I mean, really, what really seemed to got this movie going was just seeing all the unique powers that Lucy had, and that's kind of what made it entertaining. Well, overall, I say this movie is pretty average. There's nothing too special about this movie. It does offer a lot of good entertainment, so if you really are planning to see this movie, just keep that in mind. There's no plot-driven story in this whatsoever. Uh, I mean, I would just solely see this for just entertainment, and that's pretty much it. And because of that, I would give it a score of a 6.5 out of 10. Um, it doesn't really offer too much, especially since it's on the short side. And I would say go see it if you're really just curious on the supernatural stuff. This is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.